It's a pretty good episode, and it's about to get even crazier, mark my words. And as you can tell, we went with a new tint, I guess you could say, with the whole black and white thing. I mean, it's episode 666, so it's got to be special. But kind of debating whether I should keep this in black or in white or not. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. Guess maybe if I reach over and, you know, just kind of, or should I? Well, no, yeah, because I have colored vinyl. So yeah, fuck black and white. We're in color for this one, guys. All right, we're in for some really good ones here. I have nothing but black thrash lined up, at least mostly black thrash. Yeah, for the most part. So hope you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am, because I'm looking at the first one I'm going to talk about, and I'm already going to, whew. I decided I'm going to talk about the records as a whole now instead of just the B-sides. But the spirit of the segment is still there. Please listen to your records in their entirety. Anyway, let's move on. I got fucking lucky with this copy. I don't know how I snagged it, especially this year. I got it this year from Nuclear War Now Productions. Please support your record labels, guys. Yeah, Nuclear War Now released this back in 2007, and somehow I was able to snag a copy. I guess Yosuke had an extra copy somewhere, and he just put it on for sale for 30 bucks, which was a fucking steal for this one, because apparently, according to Discogs, it's ultra limited. This is Satan's Cross by the almighty Nocturnal motherfucking Graves. I mean, simply by just looking at this cover, I mean, look at this. It just yells, screams blasphemy, you guys. And even though back here it says bestial death metal, don't let that fool you. This is bestial fucking thrash from the pits of fucking hell. And here's the gatefold, which when the Demons Feast really reminds me of this gatefold, because When the Demons Feast is a killer fucking track. I think my favorite track from the B-side. Talks about fucking desecrating the lambs of God and shit, and eating angels, all the fucking good stuff you want. But let's get to the highlight of this record, which is the color of it. Beautiful printed inner sleeve. Lyrics there. Pics of the guys. And I think JR, before I get to the vinyl, I think JR, the vocalist for Nocturnal Graves, it says on the credits here that he only played the bass, but I think he played the guitars as well. And yeah, but I'm not sure, because here it says guitars on this album by E, but for the longest time I always thought JR, Jaro, whatever you want to call him, played that. I mean, played the guitars and the bass and the vocals on this album, but I don't know. I really haven't found that out, but that kind of threw me off. Anyway, printed inner sleeve with the lyrics and the pick of the band, pick of the band on the other side. Let me show you guys this beautiful fucking record here. Nice translucent red, straight from the pits of NWN Productions. So fucking beautiful, you guys. It is ultra rare, as I said, and I never expected to grab a first pressing, I guess, of this album. Apparently, it was only available if you ordered wholesale. I don't know if you ordered this record wholesale, you got it, but yeah, I don't even think it was for sale when it first came out. But fucking amazing, amazing fucking record. Black and thrash from Australia. Very in the vein of Destroyer 666. Many people compare them, many people don't. Many people say they're even better than Nocturnal Graves. Do I agree with that? No. But they are very, very close competition. I mean, especially with this other record I'm going to talk about of theirs. But yeah, Nocturnal Graves is the shit. As I said, When the Demons Feast is a fucking killer track on this album. God, I love that fucking track. Yeah, the lyrics are fucking brutal. And of course, Skull Throne, I think from the A side would be great. The opener has a great thrash part on it. So if thrash is your thing, black metal is your thing, please grab Nocturnal Graves' Satan's Cross. Because it's just a masterpiece. I mean, just looking at it, I just can't believe I still own this one. I mean, even holding it, it just feels heavy, like heavy duty. Fucking beautiful record. Nocturnal Graves, if you really like Destroyer 666, has never heard these guys, please do. And they have one of the coolest fucking logos of all fucking time. Oh, I forgot to show you the poster. I'm an idiot. Oh, man, beautiful. And I should mention, for those of you who don't know, as if this band needs any more credibility, JR used to be in Destroyer 666. He played in the Satanic Speed Metal EP, Holy Fuck, and Phoenix Rising. I think maybe my second favorite album of Destroyer. God, that fucking album. Australia's just bred for metal, don't you guys think so? But yeah, Nocturnal Graves, JR plays in fucking Destroyer with those two albums, so check that out. Now, this album does not get much praise. I think those of you who are Nocturnal Graves fans know what I'm talking about. And this is their sophomore album, from the bloodline of Cain. And speaking of, lead guitar on this album, Shrapnel, his fuck himself. Those of you who know Destroyer 666 know the name Shrapnel. I mean, come on. And speaking of Phoenix Rising, I still hope one of you out there, by chance, I know no one does, but hey, you never know. Does anyone know where I can find the lyrics to Ride the Solar Winds from Phoenix Rising? That's one of the greatest songs ever written, and Shrapnel wrote it, but that's the only song with lyrics missing, man. I'm like, what the fuck? And it sounds brutal too, which I'm even more pissed about, but whatever, I guess I'll never know. It's always been on my bucket list to learn the lyrics to that song. Anyway, I digress. But we're on point here because Shrapnel, like I said, plays the lead on here. And holy fucking shit, you guys. This album just does not get enough praise in my opinion. It is one of the best. I think, dare I say, better than Satan's Cross by a long shot. The guitar work is just chaotic, frantic, heavy, blackened thrash as fuck. And the fact that it has Shrapnel on it is just fucking amazing. By the Reaper's Scythe, the Earth's Last Rites. And just look at that album artwork. Fucking beautiful. Ascension Through Lucifer's Might, which is always one of my favorite ones, but not my favorite song. For sure, that's got to be The Great Adversary. Oh my god. Before I get to the record, if you haven't heard this band, guys, I'd say start with Satan's Cross, but if you want to just jump to it and go into from the bloodline of Cain, I think you should go straight to The Great Adversary. I think that's one of the greatest songs ever written, especially when it slows down toward the end. It's fucking powerful. Anyway, I think this came out on Hell's Headbangers a few years ago. Beautiful fucking gold black swirl. Just amazing. I think it came out about, I want to say 5, 7. Doesn't have the year. Yeah, like 2013, 2014, around there. But yeah, Hell's Headbangers never disappoints, guys. And look at the fucking poster in this fucking thing. I've never hung this because I've never had a frame for it. But I kind of like that it doesn't have the logo on it. I've always loved that because the artwork is just fucking stunning for this piece. And Ascension Through Lucifer's Might really actually reminds me of the album artwork because of that fucking line. The specific line I said, by the Reaper's Scythe, the Earth's Last Rites. Here's the lyric sheet. Even the handwriting is just chaotic. Man. God, this album, it's been a while. But if you guys aren't convinced by The Great Adversary, which you're insane if you're not, I say listen to The Great Flame, The Conqueror's Flame. The Great Flame. The pick slides in that song. The pick sliding, of all fucking things, the pick sliding is what got me in this fucking song. But yeah, it also slows down. Another one that slows down. And oddly enough, it's also track 3 on side A. So track 3 on side A and track 3 on side B are my favorites. But this album just does not get enough praise in my opinion. And it should, because it has Shrapnel for one on lead guitars. JR again, fucking kicking ass. Just an amazing record. Please get around to listening to it. I don't know where you can snag a copy. I'm sure Discogs has a copy, but I have not kept up with the pricing of it. And it came out a while ago. I don't know what it was limited to, but I just immediately jumped on it back in the day. I've had this record for years now, and I don't know what took me so long to talk about it. But I'm just glad I finally did. At least I don't think I talked about it. It's been a while, but I'm definitely sure I haven't talked about this one because I would have remembered. But yeah, The Conqueror's Flame. Fucking great. And I think for sure the riffing is way more chaotic and way more blackened in this one, which is what I love. And not really in the vein of Destroyer, might I add, but definitely similar. And like I said, many people have said, or I have heard people say, not many people, but some people have said that Nocturnal Graves is better than Destroyer, which are very big words, but hey, it's fair because these guys aren't fucking around. I haven't gotten around to listening to their new one. I think it came out in 2018 called Titan or something. But I haven't listened to that one at all. Shrapnel's also in it, so I'm fucking out by not listening to it. But I kind of want to just get the record. I just want to blind buy it, you know? I haven't listened to it at all because these two are just fucking great. If you guys can get a copy of these. I highly recommend it. And for episode 666, it's so fitting to talk about these. So I guess I'm glad that I didn't talk about this one back in the day. Ooh, this one. Sorry, my fucking camera's reversed. So, but yeah, listen to these records. Black thrash from Australia. Some of the best work that I've ever heard. So yeah, get to it. Oh, a reissue, beautiful as ever. Possessed, Beyond the Gates. Needs no introduction. You guys should all know this fucking record. Now, interesting thing about Possessed, those of you who aren't familiar with the lore of it, of them, I should say. Here's a little story with story sheet here. Story sheet. I mean, I'm used to saying lyric sheet, but it's kind of like a little history behind the record. Little two, I don't know why they put the album artwork there, but hey, purple's my favorite color, and I guess that's why this album has always stood out to me. I fucking love it. Now, back to the Possessed thing I was getting to. A lot of people say that they're death metal. Some people say they're thrash metal. Some people say they're a combination of both. And I agree with the third option. For the longest time, I thought Seven Churches was a thrash album because that's how I was introduced to it. I didn't know any better back then. I was a fucking young kid, barely getting into thrash. So I said, oh yeah, Possessed, fucking thrash album, Bay Area thrash. But now I think it's definitely more in the vein of death metal. I mean, if you're an experienced metal listener, there's no doubt there's death metal influences in there with the tone that Mike Torrell played with, and Larry Lalonde too. And Jeff Becerra's vocals are just death metal as fuck in that album. Whereas this one, I feel like, and The Eyes of Horror, they went more of a thrash route. I mean, it's just clear. Even the production's different. I don't know why, but the Upside Down Cross is gone. I kind of hate that it's gone now on this record. It's missing. But yeah, I think this is way more thrashy, but I still love it. I mean, Phantasm, that's always been my favorite song. It immediately hooks you in with the ah, man, the fucking riffing in this album doesn't fuck around. Like I said, the tone isn't as heavy. It has more of a thrashy tone, but that never stopped me from listening to this album. This record just, it didn't even faze me that the sound was different. I just love Possessed so much. I haven't listened to their new record either. They came out with a new record very recently. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but I haven't heard it at all. I heard it's pretty good. I mean, it's Possessed. Why wouldn't it be? But yeah, if you're not familiar with these guys at all, which is pretty crazy if you're not, I definitely recommend starting with Seven Churches. That album is just iconic. I think the most iconic in Possessed discography and in thrash in general, or death metal. Either way you see it. I honestly don't mind if people say that Seven Churches is death metal or thrash metal. But yeah, Beyond the Gates, great fucking record. Great follow-up to Seven Churches. Still love it to this day. Give it a listen. If you're in the thrash mood especially, Beyond the Gates will not disappoint. All right, moving on. Okay, so we started in Australia, went to the States, now we're off to Europe. Back to Germany. Here we go with one of the best debuts of all fucking time. I'm talking about Protector's Golem. This is a monster record, you guys. Thrash from Germany can never go wrong. Hardly ever goes wrong, really, in my opinion. This beautiful High Roller Records press comes with a clear red splatter. Wait, is it? Yeah, there we go. I'll show you the labels right. Oh, man. High Roller Records, man, their presses are just fucking phenomenal. Look at this shiny-ass record. The splatters never disappoint. Shout out to High Roller Records, you guys. If you have any records, buy them or from them in your collection. You know what I mean. They're just stunning to look at. But yeah, anyway, Protector has the riffs, has the speed, has the brutal-ass vocals, bordering on death thrash. Maybe even could be considered a little bit death thrash, especially their later albums. Martin vocalizes, is the vocals in this one. I think Ollie came in Erm the Mad. Yeah, I think in Erm the Mad, there's another vocalist now, which I think is Ollie. But I'm not too familiar with that album, to be honest. But anyway, let me show you guys what it comes with. And of course, High Roller never disappoints with the extras. This beautiful fucking poster here. Comes with an insert and also a picture of the guys, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this comes with the lyric sheet. Some pictures there, and I think one more thing. Yeah, it's like a postcard kind of thing. Yeah, there's the guys right there. First generation Protector, man. These guys can play their fucking thrash, you guys. I'm not fucking around. Songs like fucking Megalomania, Apocalyptic Revelations. Fuck the bass line in that goddamn song. Shit. Starts off with World War III, so you know it's just a chaotic song. World War III. I think that's what they say. I'm not sure. But yeah, the fucking bass. Fuck. Heavy as shit. But yeah, man, I think this band doesn't get as much love as it deserves, man. Protector is one of the fucking greats of the German thrash scene, along with Necronomicon. It also doesn't get a lot of recognition. A lot of good bands. Assassin, Protector is one of those fucking titans. Please listen to this record. Don't start with any other ones. Please start with this one because their sound really differs from other albums. Like, let's say, well, I won't say the other one I own, but it's very different from this one. I will show it soon. But yeah, Protector with Golem, Megalomania, Apocalyptic Revelations, especially that one. Apocalyptic Revelations, please. You will not. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, Space Cake features a very, very prominent figure in German metal. Angel Ripper himself. Come on, guys. Space Cake, Angel Ripper. That's the last song on this record, by the way. Fucking crazy ass song. Wait, what are the lyrics? It has a crazy ass. I don't know if they're for sure talking about drugs, but eat the space cake, you'll fucking soar. Oh, it doesn't have the lyrics in this fucking lyric sheet, but yeah, the lyrics are fucking weird in that song. But hey, Angel Ripper sings them. I have no complaints. Great fucking thrash from Germany. Fast, aggressive, and the vocals just fucking sell this album to me every fucking time. Protector with Golem. Great debut. Go get it. Ooh. It's about to get evil in here. Very evil and satanic. This is a press where I kind of want to get another press, so this one just stays the way it is because it's perfect in every fucking way. Cruel Force, The Rise of Satanic Might. One of the most metal fucking albums of all fucking time. I want to say it came out in the last 10 years. The Rise of Satanic Might, man. One of the most evil fucking sounding records out there. Heavy ass tone, brutal ass fucking vocals. God damn, and the record, white as fucking snow. Just look at that. And as if this record wasn't metal enough, they cover Necromancy, which is my favorite track off of the first Bathory record. Necromancy. And if it wasn't even that metal enough, they also have a song called Leather and Metal, which is after Forces of Hades. Yeah, Forces of Hades. Fucking brutal ass song. Has this ooze in there. You know I'm a sucker for ooze in songs. Well, those of you who have seen the channel for sure. God damn it. This doesn't come with any inserts, unfortunately. No lyrics, no anything. It's just straight to the point. Here's some black thrash for you. Satanic ass black thrash from Germany. Blah. And Queen of Heresy. Man. A song about fucking Elizabeth Bathory. So it got even more metal. This album, I'm telling you, Victim of Hellfire is another one. Victim of Hellfire. And of course, the big finisher, March for the Pentagram. Oh my god. Satan's armies are march away. What does it say? Satan's soldiers are gathering under the pentagram. Oh, god damn. The liner notes here say, recorded and mixed under the influence of alcohol, Iron Maiden, hotel desecration, and bitches. These guys know how to fucking party. But being from Germany, I'm not surprised. This album is a fucking killer. Almost straight perfection, if not straight up perfection. Not almost perfection. It's such a great listen. The only thing wrong with it is that it's too short. But honestly, I think that's better because I think Overkill is not that great. Not the band, just the term. Just saying. Satanic ass, black thrash from Germany. You can't do wrong with this album at all. And this finish, I'm not sure where I bought it from. Well, it's from High Roller Records as well. But I think I got my copy at Hell's Headbangers, but I'm pretty sure you can't get it there anymore. This record is long gone, guys, but if you can snag a copy, please do so, because it's one of my favorite records of all time, at least in the black thrash genre. And saying looks pretty awfully chilly up there, huh? Yeah. Ah, man, and just the fucking aesthetic of this album is just so powerful, too. Man, High Roller really never disappoints. So fucking great. But yeah, under the influence of alcohol, Iron Maiden, and bitches, can't go wrong. So yeah, Rise of Satanic Might, satanic ass, black thrash, metal from Germany. Go get it. And last, oof, gotta get ready for this one. But certainly not least, woo! Those of you who have followed me on Instagram, by the way, I posted this one earlier. I'm pretty sure those of you who have seen it already know what I'm talking about. My personal page. It's a classic thrash album, technical thrash if you want to get technical about it, no pun intended. It's goes by two names, one band, the almighty Sadus, and of course the two names being Chemical Exposure and Illusions, which I think it originally was released under. I'm pretty sure I should say that fucking Darren Travis blew out his vocals in this record. He fucking shrieks on this record. It's fucking intense, and the riffing is just chaotic, insane, all over the place in all the good ways. Fucking great. If you have not listened to Sadus, you're fucking up, guys. I'm sorry. Please do. They're titans in the thrash scene. So legendary in the underground. They also don't get as much recognition as I think they do. But I think they do. But I just really don't hear much talk about them nowadays. But just look at this record, guys. Clear with red, green, and black splatter. The labels are just, fucking great. A listenable records press, repress, reissue. Came out this year. I also saw an Illusions record released by Listenable Records, listed on Nuclear War Now. I snagged this one off of Hell's Headbangers. Go support. I think you can still grab a copy of this one. So if you can, go get this record now. Please, trust me. And I think they have a Vision of Misery too. Please get this record. But yeah, like I said, Darren Travis, insane vocalist. Steve DiGiorgio of Death and Control Denied fame also even has a bass solo in this fucking record. But yeah, the songs where I think Darren Travis for sure, I think, had to take a breather or drink some fucking water at least. There's Fight or Die is a good one. And Then You Die, for sure. Yeah, And Then You Die and Fight or Die. That's crazy. I never fucking noticed that. Both Die fucking songs. But yeah, And Then You Die, Fight or Die. Those fucking songs, especially Fight or Die. He's fucking screaming the entire time. And you can tell he's just going like this. Like, I always picture his face just going like, ah, which adds to the intensity of the record. Favorite of mine. I've been listening to this record since I was like fucking 16, 17. Certain Death, the classic opener. Certain Death. The undead. Mortality, madness possessed. Feeding on flesh. Ratchet decaying stench. Woo! Alright, last impression of mine. But yeah, this record, a masterpiece of thrash. A masterpiece. And just look at this aesthetic of it. It's great. It just catches your attention. And honestly, it doesn't disappoint you guys. If you are not familiar with Sadus, like I said, super fast thrash. Well, not super fast, just very technical. But I think what'll sell you the most is Darren Travis's vocals, because that's what sold me in the beginning. And Swallowed in Black, Vision of Misery, their later ones, Out for Blood, so fucking thrash. Please get these. And of course, being episode 666, I had to show at least 6 records, or just 6 in general, because that is the number of the beast, of course. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys are spinning your records very often now that we are home, stuck at home with nothing to do. Might as well spin your wax. Please give him love. And let's go back to the black and white. Let's get back to the show. And trust me, it gets fucking crazy.